Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. The important thing is never to stop questioning. Now, that's a quote from Albert Einstein, who is probably regarded worldwide, without a doubt, one of the most influential men in history. And today, I would like to take a couple minutes of your time to talk about three very important items from my life. I have an item from my past, an item from my present, and an item that I hope will lead me to a very successful future. Now, I've chosen to place these items in a plain and simple laptop bag, which may be a plain and simple bag to you, but to me, this bag represents three very important chapters of my life. The first item I'd like to talk to you about is a birth certificate. Not just any birth certificate, though. This birth certificate states the birth of my daughter, Tyler Warren, on January 10th, 2003. Now, she was born at William H. Backus Hospital, which is in Connecticut. A lot of people can remember exactly where they were when their child was born. You know, I remember exactly where I was. I was at a point in my career, in the military, that I had to choose to either re-enlist or to become a civilian. Now, based on having my daughter, I chose to get out of the military and become a civilian. Plain and simple, I just wanted to be there to see my daughter grow up. And the field I was in wouldn't allow me that opportunity. I was a Fleet Marine Corpsman, which meant the majority of the year I was gone. I was deployed overseas. I may be in the States for 3 to 4 months out of the year if I'm lucky. And for those of you that are in the military, it's a very scary situation. I'm sure you know that when it comes time to choose. But I felt the education I got in the military would carry over to the civilian world. And for some part it does. The main thing about civilian world, they tend to want more certifications, college degrees, or just general education proof. So that brings me to my next item on my bag. Now, while I was in the military, I was also trained as a radiographer, X-ray tech. I went to school in Norfolk, Virginia for a year. And once I got out of the military, I got a certificate from the American Registry of Radiologic Technologists from a test I took before I got out of the military. Now, this document is a symbol of my education and the expertise of diagnostic imaging. And because of this, this allowed me to have a very smooth transition into civilian life. I had a job within 2 days of getting out of the military, very well paying job, and unfortunately within 2 years of getting out of the military, I've kind of plateaued. I've gotten to a point where I've gone as high as I can go without any further education. And that brings me to my last item in my bag, which is probably the most plain and the most simple item I have. I got this letter. It's actually from ECPI, and the reason I have this letter is because I was purchasing software, and ECPI, you get a pretty hefty discount, and I needed a letter of proof of enrollment. And I didn't think much about it when I called ECPI to ask them for this letter, but after reading this letter, it really hits you right there, because it tells you, yes, you are in school. My program of study, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, with concentration in IT management. Now, my anticipated graduation date, September 23rd, 2012. This is one of my long-term goals, is to graduate ECPI. Now, once I graduate, this will enable me to further my career. I should have a bachelor's in business administration with concentration in IT. And this degree is very important to me because as of now, I would like to cross right into the IT field. And without this school, I cannot do it. So, in closing, these items made a significant impact in my life. And when you get home today, I challenge you to find 3 items. An item from your past, an item from your present, and an item from your future. And I'm sure you will put some significance to those items.